Hey guys, Nebraska Farm Boy here. Last week we showed you a video of butchering up a rabbit. This week we're going to be showing you how to cook that rabbit. So first we'll start out by cutting it up into reasonable sized pieces, and then we'll trim it up. Just cut it right through the backbone. That's the nice thing about rabbits, they have real nice soft bones, so you can just cut right through them with a heavy hunting knife like this. Just crunch right apart. Alright, so now I'll trim that stuff away. Take this, split it right down the center. Yep. Alright, those are your sort of like your equivalent to a back strap on a deer. Then we're gonna take it here, cut this in half. The funny thing about all this is that once you're done with it, it actually looks an awful lot like chicken. So we'll just cut that in half. There we go. And then we'll take these, we'll split this right down the center. Crunch. I gotta love that sound. And we've got our pieces. You got your front pieces, your mid pieces, and your legs. Alright, so now we'll trim these up. This was where the bullet exited on my rabbit, so just take that all off of there. There's hardly any meat there anyways. Not that there's a whole lot of meat on the whole rabbit. So we got that. This bullet went out and hit this leg, so we'll take that off as well. We've also have our entrance hole right here. Just kind of trim away some of that outside, wherever it got dirty. Okay. Alright, now everything's trimmed up. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to dip it in milk and then dip it in flour. And I just spilled milk all over the place. So first we're going to put this in here, let it soak, and we'll take it, put it in the flour. Alright, real nice. Now the flour is just any kind of flour, doesn't matter really, whichever you happen to be using to make whatever else you make. This happens to be just whole ground einkorn flour. Doesn't really matter. Then I put a whole bunch of seasoning in it. That can be either your favorite chicken seasoning, which is probably best. This happens to be steak seasoning. I like that a lot. And then you'll just keep on doing this until you're done. So now that that's all done, I had a little bit of flour left over, and I just sprinkled it over the top of all of my rabbit. Some of it will stick, some of it won't stick. That was about 1.5 cups of flour, so you might want to make just a tad bit less if you're worried about conserving your flour. You never know when you're going to be on a camping trip and you don't have much flour. Anyways, so now we're going to put these into my big stock pot here full of grease. Any pot will do. Just heat up your grease to about 200 to 300 degrees. A little bit on the hotter side is better at the beginning. You don't want to run it too hot, otherwise it could burst into flames. But don't worry, it's not that dangerous. Alright, so we'll just put all this stuff in here. Alright, there we go. So you'll just let that cook until you think it looks good. Just pull it up every once in a while with a spoon with slots in it. Just look at it. Once it looks good and crispy, it's good, okay? It's real hot in there. There ain't gonna be no bacteria surviving through that. Alright, so while that's cooking, I'm gonna start on my side dish for this meal. We're just gonna fry up some potatoes. You can cut these up however you like. You can cut them up into chips, French fries. For today, we're going to be cutting them up into large cubes using this, I forget what it's called, but it's a really handy thing. Oop, we aren't going to use that blade. We're going to use a different blade. Here it is. So what you can do with this is you can just put your whole potato in there and just put it down, and you've got these real nice looking French fry cube potatoes kind of looking things. And then you just repeat that over and over again. I've got a lot of potatoes to do here because big family. Oh, and just as a quick hint, you might want to throw some hamburgers on too, because you might have picky family members, and because rabbit won't go that far. Alright, so as you can see here, we have our rabbit now done. We're going to pull it out, and then we'll show you what it looks like. But first we need to throw our potatoes in. Do this real careful like. Try not to get burned. This is a bad idea to get burned. So here we are, and that's all there is to it. All you really need is a pot of hot lard, a buck knife, and a cutting board. That's really all you need to make this meal. Super fast, super simple, and I'm telling you, there ain't nothing better than this. It tastes wonderful. You ain't never had meat until you've had wild rabbit.